Vince,
Yes.
can you mute your phone so we don't get feedback?
You can come off mute.
Okay, ready? Okay, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order and ask Vicki if she'll please call roll.
Mayor Pro Tem Bryant,
Here.
Commissioner Rowley,
Here.
Mr. Pomeroy,
Here.
Mr. Mondragon, Dr. Smith, Mr. DeMaio is present, Commissioner Madrid, Commissioner Burns, and Commissioner Spear.
Okay, unfortunately, we do not have a quorum, so we will postpone the minutes until the next meeting. And we'll move it right into updates with Mark with EPCOR.
Morning everyone. Happy New Year. Some of you I haven't seen yet. Glad to be back and seeing some of these meetings take place. So quick update for 2021, we saw average daily delivery of about 5.5 million gallons a day. Our max day for last year was 8.9 million gallons, which occurred in June. So again, consistent with what we've seen over the last few years, and certainly lower than what we had been seeing in several years past. So definite improvement there. We currently have 80 active wells, and that includes EPCOR-owned wells and lease wells, and those produce approximately 7,530 gallons a minute, or 10.8 million gallons per day total pumping capacity for our system. Currently, right now, we are working on bringing on 5 additional lease wells, to include some with the city of Clovis, and then some private land and well owners that we're working to bring on some additional sources of supply. We hope to see some movement happen this year. Everything's been slow, of course, over the last couple years, but I hope to see that start to get some progress and rolling into the new year. As far as projects, currently right now we're working on a tank rehab project at our Norris and Brady pump station. Some of you may have driven by and seen it, but one of the reservoirs was taken down, completely drained, completely sandblasted and recoated on the interior. It's getting power wash, some touch up, and a complete exterior recoat, as well as some other improvements to the concrete around it, and any kind of welding improvements and things of that nature. So a complete revamp of that reservoir. And that is nearing completion. We're hoping by maybe mid-February that will be done, and we'll be bringing that pump station back online. In conjunction with that, we're also adding an emergency generator to our Norris and Brady pump station. That one was one of the ones that did not have it. So once that is complete, also scheduled for about mid-February, we'll have emergency generators at our Norris and Brady pump station, our Thomas and Brady pump station, and our North 40 pump station, which is our three biggest pump stations in town. So we'll have emergency backup generators for that to be able to cope with any loss in utility power that we might experience there. And then working again on the US 6084, both east and middle sections, which I know are anticipated to start at some point. We've got design completed on the east section, and we're nearing completion of the design for the middle section. So we'll be ready to make any system improvements within that work area in conjunction with the road and storm drain project, similar to what we did with the west section of that project that's already been completed. So, and then of course, airport line extension, all you guys are worried about that. So, working on that, we've already started to receive some of the materials which are being stored out at the airport property, and just continue to work on that. And then I was recently informed that I think we have a 7th Street project coming up.
Yes, we do.
From Main Street to Oak. So that's now on our radar to look at any conflicts that we'll have with that, and needing to move lines, upsize lines, and make improvements similar to what we've done with the other storm drain projects. So we'll be looking at that one. So it's been a tough 2 years, but it's been a busy 2 years. We really haven't slowed down any, and I don't see it slowing down too much for us anytime soon. So we continue to roll on.
How those 80 wells that you have, are all 80 up and running, or are
They
you?
are all 80 active, and they're giving us anywhere from 18 gallons a minute to, over 300 gallons a minute. So it runs a gambit. We know that our southern well field is the well field of most concern, and where we see the most rapid rate of decline, and also our lowest producing wells. As we move into town, even within the city limits, we have better luck, and we're seeing better producing wells, both EPCOR-owned and leased, and then northeast of town. So just continue to focus on those areas that are the ones that we know are better producing areas, and that's where we try to focus all our attention.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Any other questions for Mark?
Mark, the two city wells at Hillcrest, I know that Don DeMoore's been out there, and have we pump tested and taken water quality, and what's the schedule on getting those results back?
So we did complete test pump on the north well, so the one near the softball and soccer fields. That test pump came back at 172 gallons per minute. So about what we were expecting, which is good. We do have water quality results back from both of the wells, and there was no real concerns there. We are hoping to schedule next week for Don to go in and work on that north well, which will, I believe I talked to you, include pressing a sleeve in there to take care of a slight separation issue with the well casing. Once that is put in place, then we'll be able to go in, bail, brush, and then run a test pump on that one. Okay. So, but yes, their progress definitely happening there.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Great. Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Mark. Appreciate the update.
You guys.
And Mr. Hobart.
Thank you. So the couple of construction projects that we do have ongoing, obviously Phase 1D of the Reese project, we're actually have wrapped up all of the work on that project. They've completed the punch list, and now we're just finalizing it and getting the closeout documents, as-built, operation manuals, et cetera, put together for that project. Phase 2 of the reuse project, they are continuing north on Thornton. They're approaching Wilhite. Unfortunately, when we get to Wilhite, we are still working with the cable companies to relocate. And so if by the time we get to Wilhite, if they haven't been able to relocate their lines in time, then we'll have to look at potentially going east of Prince Street and maybe start working our way from the golf course back west while those utility companies still work to basically get out of our running line for that particular project. But we're still tracking, hopefully to be completed late first quarter, early second quarter of this year. So we should definitely have water and reuse water to the golf course by the major irrigation season coming up this summer. So the only other project that is really going on, it's not a City of Clovis project. It is the New Mexico Environment Department's Petroleum Storage Tank Bureau's project, the former Y gas station and the plume that was located there that they're remediating. They're actually scheduled to start construction this week, start the trenching and the conveyance piping being put into place. And then the major remediation equipment is scheduled to arrive in the third or fourth week of March. And then the system should be completed in place by April of this year. So, and then they'll start cleaning up that remediation. They did, if you recall, utilize some of the city's water rights. We made an agreement with them, so that's been published. And so the Office of the State Engineer is in the process of getting those water rights being able to be used for that particular project. So that I'm happy to answer any questions.
Judge, is that going to cause any traffic issues in that area?
Yes.
No.
I can't tell you what, but yeah, because they're going to have to take the piping across Prince Street. They may be trying to jack and bore, but I know that there was some trenching that had to go on in some of those areas.
That's by Commerce and Prince and Commerce.
That is correct. Yep.
Okay. Any idea how long that project will take to complete?
No, like I said, they said about 3 months total to expect it, but the actual road closures, I don't have that exact schedule.
Okay. Okay, any other questions? No? All right, thank you. Okay, we'll move. We did have a report from the Eastern New Mexico Water Utility Authority. Unfortunately, Orlando had a conflicting meeting this morning, was unable to be here. So we are going to reschedule that for the next meeting and get an update on the water project. moving to for good of the order, the only thing that I have is we're looking at a possible meeting change due to Curry County schedules their meetings on Tuesdays, and so that's conflicting with this meeting. So we're looking at possibly changing this meeting, if everybody's agreeable to it, to the second Monday of each month instead of Tuesday. So if that's not a problem with anybody, we will, and we're probably going to have to change the ordinance to address that. So we'll get that done, and our next meeting will be actually then on February 14th, which will be that Monday.
Yes. And Mr. Chairman, what we'll do, since the membership wasn't all here today, is we'll email out each of the members, letting them know, and then we'll plan to take that to the city commission next meeting, next week.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, does anybody have anything else for the good of the order? Nope. Okay, thank everybody for being here, and we're adjourned.